Hey, and welcome back to a new video. Today I want to talk about a problem that I think all traders struggle with at one point. And if you don't overcome this problem, then becoming a profitable trader is almost or always impossible. The problem is called method hunting or system hopping. And what happens is that traders give too much importance to the system or trade entries, and a lot of traders go from system to system very frequently. They change their whole approach every few weeks, usually after hitting a drawdown or encountering a few losses. So whenever they face some obstacles, they change the method, they look for something new. And then here on the right you can see this what I call riding the learning curve. Is when traders find a new system, they make some progress, they learn a bit, but then when they hit a brick wall, they give up. And whenever you start a new system, then you have to start from scratch again. You have to learn all the rules, when it performs best, when it doesn't perform, and how to apply all the principles and concepts around the trading approach. And then you reset your learning curve again. And for most traders, they repeat the cycle over and over again until suddenly or eventually they completely give up on trading and never make it as a profitable trader. Whereas the orange curve you see is the professional approach, where you pick one trading method, then you make slight adjustments over time, you analyze your performance, you see what works and what doesn't, you become better and better over time, and then suddenly, before you even know it, you are a long-term professional profitable trader. And the reason why people, or why most traders can't stop method hunting, is because they don't understand that it's never about the system, but always about the trader who executes the system. Okay, this is very hard to understand at first. I understand it because it's very different from how we are brought up. And it's very difficult to understand that we have to find the mistakes in ourselves and not in the system. And blaming a system is always much easier than looking at ourselves and what we are doing. Also, what is causing the method hunting problem is that we are overemphasizing the importance of one trade. So if you want to become a profitable and professional full-time trader, you are going to take hundreds and thousands of trades, and you cannot let one trade or the outcome of a few trades influence the way you approach trading in general. And if you don't have this long-term view on the markets and on trading in general, then you're much more likely to always change your method. And also, it's very important to understand that no system will work right from the start. This is a very big illusion in trading and a big lie that has been around forever, where new traders believe that if they have a profitable system, then it should just work from the start and give them always the best entries and never fail. Of course, this is very untrue and the exact opposite of how trading in general works, because you have to make the system work. No system will work right from the start. Financial markets are very dynamic, volatility, momentum changes, your market selection, your pair selection, stock selection, and your entry timing, everything determines and influences your performance. Also, your psychological and personal traits also impact how you execute and follow your trades. So it's important to understand that no system will work from the start, but you have to make it work over time with constant improvements and analyzing your performance and making little adjustments. And what I always find astonishing is that people don't understand that trading is a profession. Trading is very hard, and that's why it's such a great paying job for the few people who can make it. And when you're starting out, not only as a trader, but in any other profession, skill set, sport, and endeavor, at first when you start, you know nothing, and you're going to suck, and that's just how it is. So when you first time try to hit a ball or try to learn something about business, then of course you don't know much and you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but no one would expect that it's any other way. But when it comes to trading, we always forget that because it seems so easy. Price can either go up and down, we can buy and sell. So there's not really much that can happen, but of course that's not how things work in trading, and it's very important to understand that this is not going to be a thing where you just make money or you lose money, and if you lose money, if you win money, then this is going to last forever. A very nice analogy in this case is if you want to go from New York to Washington, then you start your journey, you drive a few hours, and then suddenly you are in Philadelphia and you say, man, that sucks, I want to be in Washington, but I'm only in Philadelphia. I think I'm on the I'm on the wrong track, I'm never going to get there. And then you just turn around. You don't even realize your progress and that you're almost halfway there already, but you just see that you're not there yet, and you then translate it to a complete failure. And that's how traders also approach their trading journey in general, where they don't recognize the progress they have made already, and they just look at the outcome, and then they see, okay, I'm not there yet, I'm not a profitable trader, hence my system is probably going to suck, so I have to go back to square one and start all over again. And if you find yourself in this rabbit, in this wheel and cycle, then you are almost doomed for trading failure if you can't escape that. And in this context, a very nice study that's been made where people show that the system and the entries are not important at all. So there was a study made by some researchers where two groups of traders were given the exact same method, the exact same entries. The method overall had a positive expectancy in general, and there was only one variable, and this was how much traders and people would risk on their individual trades. And there were two groups. One were regular traders, and the other one were they were briefed in risk management, and they had some lectures about risk management and were taught some basic and more advanced components about risk management. And then the results are really astonishing. Is the first group, 8 out of 20 people lost their whole accounts and lost everything, whereas in the second group only 2 out of 32 lost everything, which is a huge and significant difference. And at the same time, 80% in the second group with the education were profitable, whereas in the first group I think it was only 50 or a little bit higher, above 50. So this is also a very big difference in how much position sizing and risk impacts performance, and how little entries and general system impacts performance. But we can take this even a step further and look at what caused the problems. It's not only risk management and position sizing, obviously, but it's because people were allowed to adjust their trade on their risk on a trade-by-trade basis. So as we all know, we are always tempted to change our risk after winner or loser. So after winner, we get overconfident and might increase our risk. After a loss, we either get too scared and reduce our risk and don't fully maximize our profits on the next trade, or we increase our risk to make up for the loss, and then something bad happens and we are even in a larger drawdown. So risk and our psychological and emotional responses to previous outcomes always impacts our decision-making process and how we view the market. And it's never only about the entry itself, which most people pay so much attention to and give way too much weight. So you have to understand how and what method hunting is, how it impacts your performance, and how you view and approach trading in general, and really get away from this dangerous amateur mindset of giving entries too much importance and focusing only on systems and the get-rich-quick scheme, and start seeing trading as a long-term activity, and enjoy the process and recognize your progress as well if you want to make it. And I'm very happy to answer all questions in the description and in the comments below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, and happy trading.